Well, hello, my dear friends. How are you doing today? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. So I have 4 of these. These are typical trays that pretty much everyone has. But a while back, I made this really pretty ocean-themed tray, and I used this one. It is the same size, but I think it's by I'm sure it's just slightly differently made. It has the extra on it, so I'm hoping it's all the same size there. You know, I've kind of like put that in there and it seems to work fine. So okay, all right, so what I am doing, let's get to the point. I'm making the ocean theme beach themed mini tray, and this is for a custom order for a customer. I'm so excited. I think this is like only my 3rd one, but yeah, hey, I'm excited. Okay, and so I have a total of 6 of them to make, so I figure I can make at least 4 of them at one time. And what I did, I actually had to go back and look at my own video to see what I did, and you know what, I don't think that video is uploaded, but anyway, because I couldn't find all of the pictures to it. And so what I'm using, I figured I would just use a 4-hour demold resin, because I'm just going to do the outer layer, and this is the one by Jdiction, and that's the one I've had. So I've gotten the resin all mixed up, and I've got about 4 ounces mixed up here. So I've mixed that up, and I'm just going to kind of like let it set. Well, not let it set too long, but what I need to do now is to get some shells. So these are abalone shells, and these shells I think I got at Michael's quite a while back. But what I need to do is, because on the original one I made, I had to do a lot of trimming on some of them, and they are pretty easy to trim. Let me actually get my clippers here. But I had to trim them after I had poured it, because they were like sticking up through the back. They were a little bit too tall, and I had not thought of that before. So what I am going to do is, I need to find my little clippers here. I'm in my little jewelry making thing. This is the one I need. So hopefully that one will do the job. All right, let's see here. Let's put that down there. And I don't want to get trash in it. Definitely don't want to get trash. Don't want to have hair. Don't want to have trash in it. So I am going to try to hand pick. I'm thinking it's probably going to take the full 4 ounces. So I'm thinking maybe 1 ounce for each one. And if I have extra, I think I have another mold that I can use to maybe put these in. So I am just going to dump a bunch of these in here. I want it to be pretty full, and I am just going to kind of see I don't want the super big ones in here, but let me move this out the way. And let's just get some in here. These are pretty decent sizes. Every now and then you see some really big ones, and it's like, yeah, I probably don't use that one. And, oh, I don't know why I did that. I'm just going to dump some in. Yeah, that's a pretty big one. Let's see, will that fit in there? Yeah, it does. So I just have to make sure the way they're positioned. Oh, wow, this is going to make a lot. Oops, so now I have about 8 ounces. I probably did not need that much resin, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. And I'm going to spritz these with alcohol. Let me get this out the way. And let's spritz this one. And I may need a little bit. Maybe a few more. Try to pick out more of the smaller ones. Okay. Yes, this has a lot of bubbles in it, and for one thing, it is definitely a thicker resin too. So, all right, these are all mixed up. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. All right, let's start with this one. Let's just start with this one. And my goal is to not have any in the middle like that, so I will have to kind of like squeegee that out. A little bit of it in it's not going to be too bad, but I don't want a lot in it. I don't want it to be like that one. Just kind of arranging these in here. Well, thank you for joining me for this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also give me a thumbs up. And I noticed there's like this new button on there. I think it's called like hype or something like that. So it's like you want to hype up the video or a particular video or a favorite video. I forget what it says. But I think that helps the algorithm. Oops, that one is a huge one. So I'm actually, let me just kind of like stick you right there. That's a bit too chunky to go in there. I may be able to put that in like a cabochon or something like that. I'll find something to put that one in. Just don't let me shove it back in there. Now, the only thing is, I think the center of this one is a little bit deeper. But I think would be okay, too. I think it'd be all right. I'm going to kind of like that. Poke those in there and just kind of like let that degas itself some. I can always like poke some in if it looks like it's not enough in there. Let me get this one down here on the edge here. And just kind of like get these around there. And I was actually looking for that mold, the original mold that I used, which is that one right there. So I had to go through a lot of my molds, and which is probably best to do that unless you can see every mold that you have, like, you know, you're like super well organized, which I'm not like completely in disarray either, but you know, it's like they're in bins. So and my daughter actually given me labels that I could know is, you know, I can scan it, take a picture, and know exactly what's in it. But you know, and label it and put that label on the bin. But I redo my bins so often. You know, I condense them, redo them. At one point, I did have them super organized, and then I decided to condense them some. Because it was when we changed this room over from a dining room into like a office / craft room. So I kind of like condensed a lot of those bins because I had to put them somewhere else. And when I did my measurements, it just didn't come out. And I was kind of like measuring out the room thinking, oh, we can do this and get this in here and this in here. And yeah, we can't. You need to really measure to be able to figure out what you can put into a space. So, but you're eyeballing it and you're drawing it on paper and you think, oh yeah, that should fit. That should work just fine there, and that's going to be great. Yeah, that. It's like a plan B. I'm going to put this back in here because I really don't need that much in there. I just need enough to make them stay. So I think I will have quite a few extras. hopefully I can use up all of these stones. I actually think I have way too many stones as well. Goodness. I really, I really was like, okay, I'm making all 6 of them at one time. No, I only have 4 of these molds. So I can only do 4 at a time. This is probably enough for 6 of them. So I am kind of like going on along through here because I know I have like the fast cure resin, so I do have to be mindful of my working time. And just make sure that if I have to turn a stone to the side or something, to make sure that it's down below and everything. So I'll definitely have to go through and look at all of those, because I don't want to have to be trimming a bunch of them like I did the last time. Still turned out good, but thankfully I was able to take like a nail file and really like trim it down. Nail file and clippers and everything else to get it. Some of these are a lot bigger than what it looked when they were going in there. Like that's a huge one too. It's a little too chunky. Let's see where I'm missing some spots. Got too much resin. Oh wow, guys, I have so much. So I'm gonna have to, while I'm doing this, have to be thinking, what else can I make and use these, because I don't want to waste these abalone shells. Wow. Does anyone have a couple of these molds you want to hand my way so I can get these done right now? No, just joking. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Now this I will have to be doing in, I think I did it in like 2 different pours. Again, I need to go back and look at my video, because I did put like ocean waves and stuff in it. Turned out really neat. You know how when you demold something, it's like, oh wow, it worked. It worked. It looks pretty decent. Of course, it may not have been exactly what I was thinking it was going to be, but overall, it turned out pretty good. Oops. Yeah, it's starting to get pretty thick on me. So I need to get a move on. Oh, there's another super thick one right there. I think that one would be all right. I'm trying to see if it's gonna push that out. I'm gonna have to take you out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that one out. Come on, get in there. We're gonna put all of this left over in. Oh. If I used regular epoxy, it might not be too bad. It may not be in like, like, what am I gonna do with the rest of this resin? Yeah, how am I? I don't want any of them laying down like on top of that. Oh wow, I have way too much. I have enough to make like 4 more. All right, so I probably only needed 2 ounces of resin, if that. And I have to kind of like figure this out. All right, guys, I am going to kind of like get these all, make sure that I've got some everywhere. Yeah, you can see how it's getting kind of sticky on me. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I'm just putting these back in here because I'm not, I don't have another tray to make. Actually, I do, so I may have to see. I have not made a big tray, and I don't think I've ever, well, I did. I made a big tray, I think when I first started. It was really like a cutting board, but I didn't realize, yeah, you can't, I don't know why they sell the cutting boards, because you can't cut on epoxy. You can't, because that's just going to mix shavings and all of that, so you can't really make cutting boards. But they make them, the molds for it. So I guess the thing is, just because they make a mold for it doesn't mean you can necessarily use it for something like that. And just kind of scooping some of this up. I mean, it doesn't necessarily hurt that it's down here, but this is going to be more of the blue. And because this is clear, the blue will kind of like show through it. Wow, guys, I have 4 ounces left. 4 ounces left. All right, well, that is the first step of this. And again, I'm just making sure that they're all below. This one's a little too big, so I'm gonna find another one that will work, and I need to find another mold. So that will be a surprise, or actually, you and me too, because I'm not sure what I'm going to use. All right, I shall return when it's time for the next step. For me, it will be many hours, maybe even a day. And for you, it will be just like that. All right, so I have mixed up, let's see here, 4 ounces of the same resin. I'm still using the 4-hour cure because it's going to be a thin layer of it, but I've divided it in 3 different little cups right here. Let me kind of like move this back so I can get these all mixed up. But yeah, it's all cured. It has been overnight, of course, but I can't see where there's any bubbles. You won't know until it's demolded though, but so far so good. They look pretty good. And I have one that has about 40 mLs. Oh, looks like they all have about 40 mLs. Yep, they all do. All right, let me kind of like move that back a little bit and get these. Now I have some blues here. I'm using alcohol inks, and looks like I have one dye here. I probably should use dyes, but let's see here. I want to do like graduated colors. So like a lighter blue for like the shallow, let's see here, the shallow, let's see here, this is going to be my deepest color, so I think I want that to be the most, and this is going to be my shallow. All right, let's see here, let's put this in here. Let's put one of those in there, 2, 3, and 1 in there. Let's try to keep these in order of what I'm doing it. The peacock is definitely has a little more green in it. I know she wants a little more blue in hers, and I will be backing this hopefully with a darker blue, more of like the pigment case, because I think that'll work a little bit better. And let's see here, this is just blue, so let's shake these up. Gotta remember to shake these alcohol inks up. 2, 3, 4. Don't want it too much in there. And this is the darker one, the royal blue. So I want that to be definitely darker. I always forget to shake my stuff up. Oh, come on, push down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of those in there. All right, let's start mixing it up to see what we got there. There is quite a few bubbles in here, but again, this is a thicker resin, so that's fine. I keep forgetting this has more of that. It's almost like an indigo-y blue. Peacock blue, I guess. Alright, so that's really, really translucent. Don't want it to be quite that translucent. I'm just gonna kind of like mix these up, keep an eye on my time here. Since it is fast curing, I don't want it to get super pasty on me. Translucent too, but I think it's going to be fine because I am going to back it in a really dark blue, so that will deepen all of these colors and kind of like bring them all together, because she does want more of the blue. So I think backing it in a darker blue. I think the first ones I did, I actually just backed in like maybe a coloring like this. Ooh, that's so pretty. And she's gonna like that color. What color was that? You know what? Let's put some royal blue in it, did I? Or maybe that was the color. I don't know. What color did I put in here, guys? Did I use this one? Yeah, I did use this one. My brain's just like, I don't know. That's 2, 3. Let's put 3 of those in there. That's that one, and let's just do some more blue in here. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, ink stains. And let's get this to be from a not too 2, 3, not so greeny blue. That's a little bit better. Yeah, it's still greeny blue, but not as. I think that'll be fine, because I will put some waves like on the back side of this. Let's see how that turns out. Kind of like that. And see, the waves will show through this. I don't know if I have quite enough resin mixed up. I'm not thinking that I do. The first time I mixed way too much, and this time I don't mix enough. But I'll mix more. I'll just have to try to match it as best as I can. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, let's get to pouring. I have a little bit more resin left over, so just in case I may pour like the clear in to kind of like blend it together. All right, so I figure deeper to shallow. It's the way I'm going on there. So let's put a thin layer in that. Another layer in that. Ooh. Some in that. Sorry if my hand's in the way. It's hard to. Ooh, got a little too much in that one. I'm just trying to evenly keep it somewhat even. Oh, don't waste it. So I think you're going to need every drop that you have. And this is kind of like the mid part. And I didn't pick off the little white droplets, because that may give it some effect. Oops, sorry guys, sorry. Ooh, it's blending really nicely. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to mix more resin up. That's all right. That's all right. I like these colors though. I still have 2 more of these to make, so I'm just gonna have to get good at mixing, eyeballing what colors to make. I just have to remember which ones I use. Let's see if it's in there. Wow. Oh, that's why that was up on there. All right, I'll scoop the rest of that out. All right, and this is the greeny one. Kind of like the shallow part. I need to put the rest of this in here. This is my darker one, right? Yeah. Some more of the super dark. Where's it at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just put 5 of those in there. And whoops. Can y'all tell I'm doing my little panic dance here? 1, 2. Oh, it's alright, right? I want to make sure I don't have too much alcohol ink in here too. Goodness, it may be a lot. All right, let me see if I can scrape and get more of this out. Should have did 6 ounces. That probably would have been like perfect amount. To remember to slow down because I do stuff like that. I start flinging things. It's like, slow down. It's all right. This one definitely needs a whole lot more in it. Haley, what's wrong, honey? Well, might be just enough. Scraped out. Be surprised. Y'all know by now how much just a little bit of scraping, just a little bit can make a huge difference there. Get every little bit. Main thing is when you use 3 different containers and stuff, it's more cleanup. I'm not a fan of the cleanup. All right, what color was this? I think that's the greeny one. I think this was all of this one, right? I think it was. Let me try to see if I can scrape any more out of that, because that color is just like fading away there. All right, now let's try to get, let's see here, try to push that. I think I might have to mix some more up. I do believe I am. Oops. Especially if I keep wasting it. I will. Yeah, I'm going to have to mix some more up. And I think I'm going to do the darker blue. Kind of like let that run down some. I don't want it to run down too much because I don't have any more to push it back up with. These are pretty good. I think I just didn't get enough in that one evenly. Ooh, they look pretty in the camera. All right. All right, so let me get a little bit more resin mixed up, and I think I'm going to do the darker blue. I might do the 2 middle ones, 2 middle blues. Let me clean up these and get some more resin mixed up. Maybe about, what, another 2 more? Whew, probably almost another 4 more ounces. Yeah, I think I may have to mix up quite a bit more. All right, I'll be back when it's time for the next step. All right, so it's time for the next step, and what I would like to do now is to try to put like a little ocean wave on it. Now, I have noticed, if you look on the front side, you can tell it's very, very translucent, so I will be definitely backing this with a much darker blue. Hopefully something really dark like that, to kind of like bring those colors out. That's my hope. All right, so for right now, I am going to focus on trying to get a ocean wave. And I didn't want to do it in regular epoxy, so I think I've done this like maybe once, maybe once, and it's been a while. I'm going to try to do it with UV resin because I want it to cure so I can go and get the final layer poured in. And I ended up not pouring any more in it. Once I took my heat gun to it, it spread all through and it was fine. And I do wish I'd gotten off the little pieces of the clear resin off of that. I'm hoping that it's not going to be too just like in your face, like white spots. I'm hoping it's not. All right, let's see. Which one should I try first? Let me try. Okay. Let's just try this one because I'll be using this like UV light to try to like get it cured quickly. So I am going to just put like a layer of UV resin down like that. I may need some more. And this, I've got some UV resin in it, and this is the white resin dye. So I am going to put a couple drops in here. 1, 2, maybe 3. Yeah, let's see how that does. I need something small to stir it up with. Let's see if that's going to be, I need it to be opaque. That's not opaque. Now, I think I have some actual white UV resin, but I figured I would just go ahead and do this. And let's see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. Put 2 more drops in. I know I have to be mindful that it's going to have to cure. You know what I want to put in here, right? Is some sparkle. I really do. I have yet to put sparkle in here. I don't know if that's, I don't need it to be super thick. I just need it to have a little bit of, let's see how it's going to look. That might thin out too much. I don't know. That might be fine. Maybe one more. One more drop. And I put the clear down first because I want to kind of like blow it around to see if I can get some sails in it and just make it look a little more beachy. Yeah, that looks very opaque. I mean, not opaque, looks very not opaque. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, because I do want it to show through the front. So let's get a little bit more in it. 2. One more. It's just because once I put it in that clear, it will thin it out even more. I'm hoping this is going to work. Hoping. So I'm going to do one at a time. I'm just kind of like putting that in it. Come on. Drip. Alright. Yeah, I may have to mix up some more because this is going to take quite a bit, I think. Alright guys, let's see if if it's going to work. If it's not, then Worst case, I will have to scoop that out. I'm trying to, I need a paper towel here. Put you right there, so, and, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to kind of like move these out my way so I have space to kind of like, I'm just gonna kind of like let it roll up some, let it roll down some. That might be enough, just doing that. Just letting it kind of like roll. Let's get you over in there somewhere. It's kind of like pour painting. It reminds me so much of it. Yeah, I may not even have to do the blowing and all of that. Just gonna see if I can get it to. Once I get it to where I'm happy with it, then I will get the light on it so it will stop moving. I pull it down some more. Okay, so if the waves are coming in, I'm not the best at trying to figure out which way the waves are going. Should it be thicker going up? My brain's panicking there. I'm panicking. All right. Let's see. Which way does that look like? Which way would be better, having the waves? Because if they're crashing in, I don't know. Guys, I don't know which way. I don't go to the beach enough. I need to go to the beach more so I'll know which way the waves are crashing. All right. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. It was like it reached that spot where it's like, okay, that's it. You're staying right there. And I don't want it to cause wrinkles or anything, so make sure you have your light up high. This one is kind of adjustable, so and I will put it in the double-sided light so that it can, I just want it to kind of like, yep, it's got it set. All right, guys, what do you think? What do you think? Looks like waves to me. All right, so I'm gonna put that in a double-sided light so it can make sure it's cured on both sides. Hit it a few times, and let me turn this off because this one doesn't have like a timer or anything on it, so let's see if I can, ooh, did I turn things over? All right, let's see if I can do that again. All right, so I'll be back after I get these next two done and get the final pour done on it. All right, so I am back to do the final pour. The other one is still up under the UV light. It's off, but I just need to go ahead and get this resin completely mixed up, and I'm still using a fast cure one. and yes, I'm going to put some Dazzling diamond in it. I'm trying to replicate the one that I had previously made. Look at all the glitter. It goes everywhere. I definitely don't want it to be on that stick though, because it gets on there, it's hard to get off it. There. It's kind of like swish around. Let me put the lid on here for all of my, look, it goes everywhere. It's sparkly, and it's okay that it goes on there because I'm going to pour this on it. And let's see here. Oh, I could just pour everything in that color too. Just sparkly. All right, let's see here. I need to remember which one of these. I think this is more of like a greeny blue one. And so I think I want to use this one right here. It's that deep, dark blue one. And so this is actually Pigment. Oh, look, I almost made a huge mess. I was taking the whole thing off. All right, I'm going to squeeze a little bit in here. Yes, I'm doing the whole thing. Because worse, if I have some left, oh goodness. Normally this isn't that hard to get out. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I was thinking it's pretty thin. Just had to get itself down there. Let me see. Oh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty, especially when you put the Dazzling diamond in it. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So, so pretty. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Now, I need it to be a little more, I need it to be opaque. I really do. Because I don't want to see through the back of it. I mean, I don't mind it a little bit see-through because the original one is slightly, but I'm going to add, ooh, ooh, ooh. Got a whole squirt in there. And this stuff is highly pigmented. Wow. Yeah, I think that's enough. I think that's a plenty. Plenty. Oh my gosh. There's always like, I feel like I see like a hair or something. I don't know. Hopefully it'll reveal itself. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, that is such a pretty color with the sparkles in it. Hopefully it's not going to be too translucent, but let me just make sure I have all of this pigment mixed up. Because this is pigment paste? Yeah, I think it's a pigment paste. Resin pigment. So I'm thinking it's kind of like a cross between the dye and the paste. I don't know. That's just what it reminds me of. I want to make sure it's all incorporated all the way through it. And I have 2 more trays to make after this. I'm just really hoping that she will like these. And I'm fine if that wave doesn't show up all the way through. Because I think that's the way I did the other one, the original one. But, yeah, I had to add some more white in that because it was just really faint. So, let's... all right, guys, so let's get this all in there. One more quick stir. steer, steer. Stir. All right. Oh gosh, look at me. Why am I making a mess? Sometimes you just put your fingers all in the resin. All right, let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and get this poured in. I'm just going to pour a little bit to see how blue it's going to be. Just a little bit more. All right, I think that's good. Well, still may be a little too translucent. What do we think? I can see all the way through that. Maybe that wasn't the dark one. Maybe this is the darker one. I don't know. Oh gosh. Guys, I gotta remember not to do that. I want to say this is the one that's more green. It is. All right, that is not deep enough. Let's see here. Let me put some of this in it. This is that Baltic Bay Pure Soul, and it's like a diamond blue, but it moonlight, but it also would give it a little more opaqueness. So let me put some of that in it. It's like an interference. Well, it's not like an interference, it is an interference. And I think that's going to give it a little some more opaqueness. Definitely gives it more sparkle. All right, guys. I don't know. I need that to be darker. Ooh. I know. This one will do it. This will darken it. At least I think it will. I like that blue because it is very vibrant, but I'm just putting a couple drops of, like 3 or 4 drops of that in it. It is a very dark blue. All right, I think that's getting it. No, maybe not. Maybe that's more of an indigo blue. Actually, that's why I think it's called indigo blue. And this is a dye as well. Get it all mixed up. I just have to remember what I added in here so that I can replicate it. That's the only thing is when you make custom colors. All right, let's see if I pour a little bit of this on it. Yeah, it's a little bit darker. Not much. Didn't make much of a difference whatsoever. I don't think I want to add black in it though. I don't think I do. All right, I am just going to pour some in here and see. Maybe the thicker it gets, the better. Hopefully I've got enough mixed. Oh yeah, the thicker it gets, the better it is. Wow, guys, I don't think I mixed up enough. I mixed up 6 ounces. Oh, that is such a vibrant blue. All right, like it. Yeah, I like that blue. Okay, that's what I want. I definitely don't have enough mixed up. Oh yeah, that's a nice blue. I like that. That's the color I'm going for. What do y'all think? Can y'all see that one? Yeah, that's pretty. Because you can't see directly through it. You can, but you can't. And it is just a pretty, I think it's a pretty deep oceany blue. And I will dome that. But let me go ahead and get some in this one. Wow. Guys, these molds take quite a bit. Oh, look at that. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I love that color. Did I count the drops? No. Of course I didn't. Oh, wow. I like that blue. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I do. Alright guys, well I am going to try to replicate this color and get these other two poured, and I will be back for demold. But look at that, you're so pretty. Alright, I'm excited so far. You know how it goes with demold. Be back. It's demold time. All right, as you can see, there's a slight color variance. It's just hard when you're trying to get a custom color done. It's hard to get it exact, even though they're pretty close, but not exact. Now, is it just going to be all blue with like white going down through the center? All right, no peeking, no peeking. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's get with it. There's a little trimming I'll have to do. Not much. Should I just flip them all at one time? I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, you'll just have to wait and be in anticipation. Because I'm just like, I'm really hoping that you can see, you know, that it looks like an ocean. That, you know, I'm just hoping that it looks nice, and I can fill a few bubbles where I'm trying to like assess it without even flipping it over. I can fill a few by the shells. But I can put UV in that and kind of like fix that, hopefully. Oh yeah, I can fill several of them in there. Hopefully it's not too terribly bad. All right, guys. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Think positive. Let's just do it, right? I'll pick those off, and most of it might even just kind of like flick off because it's not really that sharp. It's just a little bit. All right. Oh, here we go. One. I can't see a lot of the other blue, and this is the lighter color. Oh no. It's kind of like my concern. This one might be, I don't know if it's any better or not. All I see is the dark blue. Ooh, now she did say she wanted the blue, more blue than green. And yeah, that's definitely what we got. I hope these are all the same size. That one is just a tad bit bigger. And this is the one that I gave her, so. Oh, and there's a couple air bubbles in that. I'll have to try to fix those. Oh, guys, I don't know. I don't know. You don't see a lot of that, all of that pretty, like, different shades. It's kind of like gone because of all of the dark blue that I put on it. I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know. I'll have to ask her and see what she thinks. And hopefully she'll like them. If not, they will be on my Shopify store. But I'll double check with her. She did say that she wanted it to be more blue than the green. And it most definitely is more of the blue than the green. I don't know if you can tell that it's even the ocean. That's my only concern there. Does it just look like blue with waves going down it? I don't know. The shell around it looks pretty. The sides look really pretty. I guess I wanted to see more of that blue-greeny. Now these three are the same size. And this one is just a tad bit bigger. I was a little concerned that that was going to happen, but I was also hoping that they were going to be like identical sizes. It's just a tad bit bigger. I think the insides are probably the same. I don't know. I don't know. Can y'all tell that they're different sizes? What do y'all think, guys? What do y'all think? I'll go through, I'll have to get some gloves on, and yeah, I'm just kind of like picking with this because it's not what I was expecting. I don't know if I can send her any pictures or not. I'll have to see if I can send her a text with the pictures and see what she thinks about it. What do y'all think? Can you see any ocean? Does that look like a wave or anything? I'm shocked that that white showed up that well. I really am. I'm just like, wow, that really showed up. Showed up and showed out, that's for sure. And I think if it wasn't so dark on the back, then you would be able to see a lot more of that that variation. That's the word I'm trying to get. So like now it just kind of like looks like, I don't know, sky? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know how, you know, I won't make the other two right now until I double check with her on this and just see if these, she wanted more blue for sure, and I was concerned about there being a little too much green. That tortoise color. Let's see, can you see it more on that? Nope, it looks the same as on that. I was hoping that maybe just put it on a different background or something. Now I can't even see any of it. It's completely disappeared. Yeah, it's disappeared. All right, well, I will fix these few. There's like one right there. There's a couple of them. I'll go through and put some clear UV resin in it. And you know what? I was really concerned about the little bits of white flecks in there, like the clear. And yeah, that did not show up. So, that's good, because I was really concerned about that being a problem But yeah, that's not the problem. The problem is it's all blue. And it's very sparkly blue. I love the sparkle blue. All right, guys. Well, I will get some pictures of these. Y'all let me know what you think about them. Yeah, I do wish that it was more of like, it looked like a true, like the different depths of the ocean. But yeah, once it's cured, it's cured. There's not a lot I can do about that. It's not such a deep mold, and I don't want to take away from that edge, because see how pretty the edging is. And if I put anything with green or anything in that, that's just, yeah. I think these will have to be what they'll have to be. These are actually deeper than this one. This one's a little bit wider. Ooh, there's a big old air bubble right there that I'm going to have to fix. It's the only thing is when you're working with stones or shell, it can definitely get hung up in there. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching this. I will have some pictures at the end of this. Let me know what you think about it. Positive, constructive criticism. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, because the thumbs up really, really does help the algorithm. It's so important. It's just a small thing to do, but it's so important when it gets to pushing the video out and helping the video to grow. So if I, reach out to vendors or things like that, they want to see how many likes you get. They definitely want to see how many views you get. So even if you can just watch my video for 5 minutes, if you're just watching it for 5 minutes, you wouldn't be watching it now, but because you would be done with it. Okay. Well, okay. Hit the subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, and please don't forget, JLU. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye.